Long, long ago, there was no light. There was only darkness. In those days, the ant people worked very hard, but sometimes they would go looking for food and couldn't find their way back home again. Sometimes they would hear heavy footsteps, and a monster would reach into their homes and steal and eat their babies, disappearing into the darkness again. This monster was the bear. Even now, bears will sometimes dig up the nests of ants to eat their food. There was one person, however, that was smarter than all the other ants, and this person was the ant woman. One day she said, "If we had light, we could see to work, and we could find our way back to home, and we could watch for the monster bear who steals our children." Ant woman then decided to go to the house of the Creator and ask for light on behalf of her people. It was a long and dangerous journey. She did not know it, but the bear had followed her. "Oh, Creator, give my people light so we can see and work." But before she could finish speaking, the bear stepped in front of her and said, "Don't listen to her. Don't give this little buck person what she wants. I want it to always be dark so I can sleep and be cool." The Creator then kept thinking about a solution that could satisfy both the ant woman and the bear. He finally said, "There will be a contest, a dancing contest, and the winner will get his or her desire." And this was the very first contest when people came from all directions to watch the competition between the ant woman and the bear. People also brought all sorts of food to share with one another. And when the bear saw all the different types of food, he became very excited and started to eat. But little ant woman decided to fast instead. She concentrated on praying on behalf of her people. She also brought a belt, which she can pull tight around her waist so she wouldn't feel hungry. Finally, the time came for them to compete against one another. She stood up and told the people, "I am Ant Woman. I dance for light." And then she did a very fast dance, pulling her belt tighter and tighter. And when she had finished, Bear stood up and wiped the crumbs from his lips and said, "I am Bear. I dance for night." And then he did a slow and lumbering dance. And when he had finished, he went back to eat. For what we would call now 4 days and 4 nights, they danced against each other. Ant Woman did not eat anything during this time, continuing to fast and pray on behalf of her people. One day Bear stood up to dance against the Ant Woman, and he was now so fat and full, he could hardly move. He was also so tired and sleepy. "I am Bear. I dance for..." And then he fell asleep right in the middle of his dance, and he began to snore so loudly. The Creator then stepped into the circle's center and said, "Little Ant Woman has won, but both the ant and the bear are my children, and I love them both equally. For that reason, I will give them both what they wish for. Daylight for the ant people so they can work and see, and nighttime for the bear so he can sleep and be cool." And so it is today. We have day and night because of the little wonderful ant woman. And if you see an ant today, you will notice that she still has a tiny and a little waist. So you know this story is true.